So today I am just continuing the previous topic, that is the somatomotor system. In previous class, we have discussed about the various components of somatomotor system. In that we discussed more about the higher centers, or you can say the highest level of motor control system. We have discussed that in previous class and also in other classes when we discussed about the details of the motor cortex and the structure, architecture of motor cortex, how they are divided as per the Brodmann's area. Now today, with just some refreshment from the previous class, previous session, we have discussed that the motor activities are of 4 types of movement. When we say about the somatic motor activity, it composed of 4 types of movement. It can be voluntary movement, it is a reflex responses in response of a stimulus, then a rhythmic motor activities like during walking, running, then control of posture and equilibrium. So there are 4 major type of movements that we need to discuss in this somatic motor activity. When we say there is a voluntary motor activities, in that of the somatic motor activities, it has 4 important components again. That is, we have the planning in our brain, in our motor cortex, planning, then execution, that is the what plan that is executed, then coordination of the movement or the various muscles, they get coordinated, and fourth is the balance and adjustment of movements of the body so that the equilibrium should be maintained during motion. Then I told you about the 3-tier system for the control of motor activities. Highest level is at the cerebral cortex level, that is composed of the premotor, motor, and cortical association area. There is the interaction between the association areas and the premotor and motor cortex. Then today that I want to discuss about the middle level. Middle level of the somatic motor control system is called as subcortical center. Middle level को subcortical centers बोले जाते हैं. These are involved. There are important portions or the important components of this middle level is the basal ganglia, cerebellum, brainstem nuclei, like brainstem, when say the pons, midbrain and the midbrain, pons and medulla, and the nuclei present in that, which are involved in the motor control. And there are some scattered subcortical nuclei, like in the reticular formation, that is also the part of the basically the subcortical centers. So, and we also know that the final or the lowest level of this is basically the spinal cord, from where the lower motor neurons arises. In the motor control, there is a role of reflexes also, that is reflexes, for that the sensory stimulus that arises from the receptors in the muscle, tendon, joints and skin. Mostly these receptors, they send the information to the spinal cord. So, and that is directly referred to the muscle fiber. Skeletal muscle fiber is the final target organ which work in the somatic motor activity. So highest level of motor control that we have already discussed in more details, that is the primary motor cortex, premotor cortex, supplementary motor cortex. There is motor homunculus, and the divisions and the specific functions of our specific functions are mapped on our brain, on the motor cortex. Then in previous class we also discussed about the descending motor pathways from the motor cortex. Means motor cortex से कौन-कौन से pathways arise करते हैं. There are 3 major pathways we have discussed. That is the corticospinal tracts. Corticospinal tracts is also called as the pyramidal tract. There are 2 main types of, or the 2 main divisions of the corticospinal: anterior corticospinal and the lateral corticospinal. That we have also discussed in previous sessions. Then there is one another component of the pyramidal is called as the corticobulbar. That is, they directly end in the from the information from the motor cortex. They end in the cranial nerve nuclei, and these nuclei, cranial nerve nuclei, are present in the basically the brain stem, basically in the midbrain, pons, and medulla, from where the cranial nerves arise. They do not involve spinal cord in its whole pathway. That's why it is called as the corticobulbar, that is cortex to nucleus, and from nucleus to the motor cranial nerves. So that is the second type of the motor tract, or the you can say the descending tract. Third type of motor tracts are called the extrapyramidal tract, where the main origin is although again from the motor cortex, but they send or they relay the information into the various nuclei present in the brain stem, like in the midbrain or the pons and medulla, and from there that information will go to the spinal cord again. That is from the motor cortex to the brain stem, and from brain stem to the spinal cord, and from spinal cord there is an anterior motor horn and again the lower motor. So it is just, you can say, the difference between the pyramidal and extrapyramidal. You can notice here that is in the corticospinal and extrapyramidal tracts that there is no relay in the corticospinal, in the midbrain and the pons and the medulla, whereas the relaying and the new and in the nuclei of the various. So these are the various descending tracts also. So then where is the middle level? When we say the middle level of the motor control system, so what are that middle level? So that we will discuss today. We have seen the corticospinal tract, the various nuclei which are involved for the basically which are involved in the extrapyramidal tracts, that we have also seen. In extrapyramidal tract, I told you that the fibers from motor cortex, they relate to the red nucleus or the basal ganglion, and from there to the midbrain, superior colliculus, reticular formation of the brain stem and vestibular nuclei. Accordingly, the rubrospinal, tectospinal, reticulospinal, and vestibulospinal tracts are there. And these tracts, they actually finally enter into the anterior, that is, you can say the from the from the white matter of the spinal cord, they relate to the gray matter, and from there the anterior horn cells, and from the anterior horn cells the motor neurons arises. So this is basically about the pathways, the different motor pathways. So this is again I am showing you the same, the control, there is a three-tier system. Now about the middle level of motor control. So when we say the middle level of motor control, we are particularly focusing ourselves or our attention towards this area. When we say the middle level of the motor control, means we have already discussed this. We have discussed these tracks. हमने ये सारे tracks पढ़ लिए हैं जो कि spinal cord को motor cortex से जाते हैं. But in between there is the basal ganglia and cerebellum, how they are interacting with the motor pathways, as well as they are interacting with the motor cortex. They are also interacting with the other brain stem nuclei. So this part is discussed under the middle level and their functions. आज हम लोग सिर्फ फंक्शन और कंपोनेंट्स हल्का सा पढ़ेंगे, बट इंडिविजुअली बाद में हम लोग इंडिविजुअली बेसल गैंग्लिया 3-4 sessions will be taken for the basal ganglia, nuclei, connections, and their disorders. Then cerebellum is also take 3-4 sessions for the completion of this topic. So first today basically about the middle level of motor control. When we say the middle level of motor control, तो इसका function क्या है? इसका major function है, they are concerned with the developing and perfecting each motor program and sub program. Means middle level का काम है जो भी motor program, जो भी plan education के लिए निकला है in the upper motor neuron. So for that, the middle level are concerned with the perfecting. Means either उस प्लान प्रोग्राम को डेवलप करने में हेल्प करना या उसको परफेक्ट करना, उसको रिफाइन करना, जिससे कि मोटर एक्टिविटी ऐसा हो जो कि एक बैलेंस्ड और इक्विलिब्रियम में चलता रहे. सेकेंड थिंग, इट आल्सो सुपरवाइजेस द इम्प्लीमेंटेशन. मींस इम्प्लीमेंटेशन कैसा हो रहा है, जो मोटर प्रोग्राम है उसका इम्प्लीमेंटेशन कैसा हो रहा है उसको सुपरवाइज करना. If there is some excess activities or if there is low activity, if there is excess but need is less, then there is need of the dampening. So the middle level control is also help for the comparison of the what is needed. कितना काम जरूरत है उतने को कंपेयर करना कि हमारे ब्रेन ने कितना काम शुरू किया है. So for that, the middle level is also very important. It you can say it is a very important for the perfection, perfectionist काम के लिए, मोटर एक्शन के परफेक्शनिंग के लिए या कुछ छोटे मोटे सब प्रोग्राम्स के लिए भी. Middle level involves the activities of basal ganglia, cerebellum and brain stem. When we say the brain stem, the nuclei from the midbrain, pons and medulla, that is its meaning. About the basal ganglia and cerebellum, they both modify our movement on a minute to minute basis. Means हर movement को हमारा basal ganglia और cerebellum उसको modify करता है. We will discuss more details about what is basal ganglia and what is cerebellum, where there is anatomical location, how they are connected with the cerebral cortex. That we will discuss. But at this time, you just try to understand its major or मोटा function. यदि हम देखें, its major function is to modify the movement minute to minute basis. So we all know that the motor cortex send information to the spinal cord. Along with that, the motor cortex also send the information to the basal ganglia and to the cerebellum. Means जो motor cortex का जो main function जो अभी तक हमने देखा था, motor cortex से main upper motor neuron and via the spinal cord, they are controlling the activity of muscle. Along with that functions, they also supply to the base, also give the connections to the basal ganglia and also to the cerebellum. And both the output, either to the cerebellum or to the basal ganglia, both the output are from the motor cortex. से दोनों ही output positive यानी excitatory होते. Means both the output given to the cerebellum is excitatory. But when there is the return, that is output from the basal ganglia is taken, the basal ganglia इनको inhibitory signal देता है. Basal ganglia give inhibitory signal and cerebellum gives excitatory signal. Cerebellum gives excitatory signal. Means there is यहाँ पे excitatory यानी कि movement का plan है. So that movement plan is the excitatory fiber. But in return, basal ganglia gives inhibitory signal, or on the other hand, the cerebellum gives the excitatory signal. These things, excitatory and inhibitory, we will discuss when we discuss more details about the individual components of the basal ganglia. In basal ganglia के अंदर इनके खुद के connections हैं. These connections inside the basal ganglia, interconnections among the basal ganglia, these are not always excitatory or inhibitory, but these interconnections makes the final output as the inhibitory. So basal ganglia output is always inhibitory to the cerebral cortex. Basal ganglia have a very high level of inhibitory activity at rest. Rest के टाइम में इनका खुद का अपना बहुत high inhibitory activity होता है. For all purposeful activities, जो purposeful activities जो हमारे cerebral cortex से muscle को आ रहे हैं, for all purposeful activities or the voluntary movement to occur, this inhibitory activity of basal ganglia have to be inhibited first. यानी अब हमको यदि cerebral cortex के जो purposeful activities हैं, यदि जो हमें muscle को supply कर रहा है और जो via the spinal cord जो muscle को आ रहे हैं, तो उसको काम करने के लिए, तो for the action of that cerebral cortical or the purposeful activity or voluntary activity, that needs to be the basal ganglia का जो inhibition है, it needs to be broken down. Means इसको disinhibition करना जरूरी है. So there is the need of disinhibition. there is need of disinhibition of the basal ganglia activity for all the purposeful activities to occur. Disinhibition means जो inhibition इसने किया हुआ है resting के time में भी उसको disinhibit करना जरूरी है, ठीक है? तो ये एक important है. So thus they control our motor behavior. इस तरह से ये हमारे motor behavior को control करता है. If anybody is having disorder or the problem of the basal ganglia में खुद के problem है, उसके blood supply में problem है, या कुछ ऐसा म्यूटेशन आ जाए कि जो बेसल गैंग्लिया कोई कंपोनेंट में प्रॉब्लम है, या एसोसिएशन फाइबर्स में कुछ प्रॉब्लम है, तो दैट विल अफेक्ट द मोटर बिहेवियर ऑफ द पर्सन, उसका मोटर बिहेवियर को. सेरेबेलम क्या है? सेरेबेलम दे आर एक्साइटेटरी वाया द थैलेमस, and thus the one excitatory, another inhibitory, and so there is the balance between those two systems that allow for the smooth coordination of the movement. तो cerebellum and basal ganglia दोनों मिलके हमारी स्मूथ एक्टिविटी इस तरह से होती है कि एक एक्साइटेटरी है, एक इनहिबिटरी है, दोनों का बैलेंस जरूरी है. Disturbance in either will show up as the movement disorder. This is the same slide that is showing you in the how the basal ganglia and cerebellum they causes the modulation of the motor activity. I want you to understand this part. Means what are the role of the basal ganglia and cerebellum in broad role क्या है? Means जो upper motor neuron से direct हमारे muscle activity हो रहे हैं, these activities are getting modulated by cerebellum and basal ganglia. यदि cerebellum है, cerebellum and basal ganglia both via thalamus they causes the excitatory and inhibitory, and thus they causes a balance. So there is the balance of the cerebellum and basal ganglia activity that is important for the coordination of the activity as well as जो motor activity चल रहा है उस जो already initiate हो चुके हैं. This initiated motor activity from the cerebral cortex they get modulated और modulated in the term की उसको एक access या कम करना, उसकी activities को बढ़ाना या कम करना, that is the role of these two, basal ganglia and cerebellum. So first about the role of basal ganglia in somatic motor system, and now I will discuss about some components of basal ganglia. When we say the basal ganglia, what does it mean? It means a large massage of gray matter. ये बड़े-बड़े massage है gray matter के. Gray matter means what? They are the collection of cell bodies. They are collection of cell bodies of neurons के cell bodies जो होते हैं उसके cell bodies के बड़े-बड़े massage और एक जगह इकट्ठे हैं. Where they are situated? They are situated in the white matter core of each cerebral hemisphere. दोनों cerebral hemisphere में यदि हम इसको anatomically location देखें तो these are very close to the diencephalon. Thalamus और hypothalamus के पास ये बहुत close location में होते हैं. In between of the thalamus and hypothalamus there is some capsular structure, and that capsule I told you is called as the internal capsule, and that you know the internal capsule is having its own role, that this capsule or these white matter components they are basically carrying our pyramidal tract fibers in it. So basal ganglia के बारे में अभी तक हम ये जाने कि basal ganglia are the large masses of basically gray matters. How many masses are there? यदि हम इन gray matter के collections की बात करें तो these collections of gray matter are further divided into 5 different components. There are 5 components of basal ganglia. One component is called as caudate nucleus. Basal ganglia को कुछ लोग basal nuclei भी कहते हैं. Basal ganglia is also called as basal nuclei. So there are the different nuclei or the different collections of this gray matters which are present in the deeper structure of the brain or the cerebral hemisphere, in the white core of the hemisphere. what are the components of the basal ganglia? There are 5 major components. One is called putamen, another is called caudate. Caudate and putamen are collectively called as striatum. इन दोनों को collectively striatum बोला जाता है. Striatum का spelling है STRIATUM. ये दोनों को collectively means कॉडेट अलग न्यूक्लियस है, पुटामेन अलग न्यूक्लियस है, लेकिन दोनों को क्लोज में एक साथ उनको स्ट्राइटम बोला जाता है. इनके बाद एक न्यूक्लियस है दैट इज कॉल्ड ग्लोबस पैलिडस. दिस ग्लोबस पैलिडस के भी 2 कंपोनेंट हैं, मीडियल पार्ट एंड लेटरल पार्ट. दिस ग्लोबस कंपोनेंट हैज द 2 कंपोनेंट हैज इट्स 2 डिवीजन. Sorry. This globus pallidus has its 2 divisions that is called as the pars compacta and pars reticulata. इसके 2 कंपोनेंट है that is globus, या we can say globus pallidus के 2 कंपोनेंट है. One is called as the external, other is called as the internal. Internal, or you can say they are the medial part and the lateral part. Lateral part is called as the globus pallidus externa, whereas the medial part is called as globus pallidus. तो इसको इस तरह से लिखा जाता है GP. यदि if you write E means globus pallidus externus, if we say GPI, it is called as globus pallidus internus. Then the fourth one is called as subthalamic nuclei. It is also called as Lewy. Subthalamic nuclei is also called as nuclei or the Lewy body. LUY, Lewis body. इसको and the final or the 5th component of the basal ganglia is the substantia nigra. So there are 5 components of basal ganglia: caudate, putamen, globus pallidus, subthalamic nuclei, substantia nigra. ये 5 कंपोनेंट के बारे में डिटेल जानना हमें जरूरी है. So I am just telling you some component. I told you that the caudate and putamen is also called as the striatum. इन दोनों के अंदर जो न्यूक्लियाई होते हैं, these neurons, इन दोनों के अंदर जो न्यूरॉन्स होते हैं, उनके न्यूरोट्रांसमीटर होते हैं गावा. तो what is its component? It is excitatory or inhibitory? It will be inhibitory. तो इसका जो ये कब है, इनहिबिटरी होता है. ग्लोबस पैलिडस इसका भी गावा ही है. इट इज आल्सो इनहिबिटरी. अनदर देन सबस्टांसिया नाइग्रा जो है, सबस्टांसिया नाइग्रा, मैंने पार्स कॉम्पैक्टा और रेटिकुलाटा बोला था, दैट वाज अ मिस्टेक. दैट इज सबस्टांसिया नाइग्रा के 2 कंपोनेंट हैं, पीसी एंड पीआर. दैट इज सबस्टांसिया नाइग्रा को पीसी एंड पीआर में डिवाइड किया गया, पार्स कॉम्पैक्टा एंड पार्स रेटिकुलेटा. पार्स कॉम्पैक्टा जो है उसका न्यूरोट्रांसमीटर इज डोपामिन, पीसीडी, एंड पार्स रेटिकुलेटा का न्यूरोट्रांसमीटर इज अगेन द गावा. सो गावा इन सबके न्यूरोट्रांसमीटर है. एक सबथैलेमिक न्यूक्लियाई है विच इज एक्साइटेटरी एंड इसका न्यूरोट्रांसमीटर है हमारा ग्लूटामेट. So you can notice here the neurotransmitter components of the various neurons that arise from these nuclei are different. I will again discuss this whole component or the whole neurotransmitters and this in the separate chapter when we discuss about the basal ganglia. ये डायग्राम इस तरह से दिखाने का ट्राई कर रहा है कि जो हाउ वेयर दे आर लोकेटेड. ये जो सेंटर में जो ब्लू एरिया है दैट इज कॉल्ड एज द थैलेमस. ये थैलेमस है. सो यू कैन सी द थैलेमस के चारों तरफ रिंग बना के बेसल गैंग्लिया एंड दिस वाइट स्पेस, ये जो वाइट स्पेस है इट इज बेसिकली द इंटरनल कैप्सूल. ये इस तरह का इंटरनल कैप्सूल है. इट इज बेसिकली. So when the fibers which come from the basically cerebral cortex, they merge through this, they cross through this area. You can see the striatum. When we say the striatum, it means what? Striatum means it is the caudate and putamen. यदि यहाँ पे striatum लिखा है तो it is the, इसके दो component है, caudate and putamen. Then you see the globus pallidus externa and interna and striatum. Striatum का भी एक component है. तो यहाँ पे हमारा caudate nucleus, then putamen and then the globus pallidus. Substantia nigra, STN. No, STN is the subthalamic nucleus. So this is subthalamic nucleus, green color, and substantia nigra. It is having the two colors. You can see the two component pars substantia nigra, pars reticulata, and substantia nigra, pars compacta. So this is basically the component of the basal ganglia. When we see the broadly what is its role, then you can see the various components of the basal ganglia are like this. You can see here the putamen, globus pallidus, subthalamic nuclei, substantia nigra, and there is also the caudate nucleus. So the fibers of the motor cortical fibers, there you can say the cortical fibers, they come to the caudate, they come to the basically the basal ganglia. And there are some internal connections of these fibers. Means putamen से कुछ fiber globus pallidus externa में गए, कुछ fibers globus pallidus interna में गए, putamen से कुछ fiber pars compacta में गए, कुछ fibers जो है सो कुछ fibers यहाँ reticulata से कुछ fibers thalamus में गए. So there is cross connection of these fibers or these association areas in the basal ganglia, and finally जो जिस तरह का movement है उसको ये modify या modulate करते हैं. So basal ganglia का role जो हमारे motor activities के जो भी motor activities हैं, जो motor actions हैं उनको modulate और refine करना है. So what is the basic role of the basal ganglia? Basal ganglia की चार major function है. First one is the control of voluntary motor activity which are already initiated by motor cortex. ये नया एक्टिविटी इनिशिएट नहीं करता है, ये ऑलरेडी इनिशिएट मोटर एक्टिविटीज को ये कंट्रोल करता है. हाउ दे हैव द कोग्निटिव कंट्रोल ऑफ द मोटर एक्टिविटी. ये उस मोटर एक्टिविटीज को लर्न करता है कि जो व्हाट एक्टिविटीज विल बी गोइंग ऑन, उसको अंडरस्टैंड करता है कि जो व्हाट इज गोइंग ऑन. इफ एंड देन by the afferent feedback loop, they control that activity. Another important function is they maintain the timing and scaling of intensity of the movement. I will explain more details about these actions when we discuss in the basal ganglia chapter. Another role of the basal ganglia is to they help in the control of automatic associated muscular activity. What is this automatic associated muscular activity? जैसे हम लोग वॉक करते हैं, हमारा पैर आगे या पीछे बढ़ाते हैं, जब आगे बढ़ता है एक पैर फिर दूसरा पैर, अकॉर्डिंगली साथ के साथ हमारा हाथ भी अल्टरनेटिवली मूव करता है. We are not able to walk properly without moving our hands. यदि हम बिना हैंड को मूव किए यदि पैर बढ़ाएंगे तो it is not very much appropriate movement of the body. So the basal ganglia is also help to control the associated automatic muscular activity. Means हमारे muscular activity के साथ में जो associated activity, these are subconscious. For example, swinging of arms while walking, then movement of all four limbs while swimming. हम अपने swimming के time में क्या होता है, हम अपने trunk को move करना चाहते हैं. So for the moving of the trunk, we are automatically moving our hands and legs. So all four limbs are basically moving. Third important function of the basal ganglia is the control of muscle tone. Control of muscle tone means हर muscle का एक अपना एक tone होता है. What is that tone is? That tone is the muscle is remain, you can say, in the active phase. And what is that active phase and how they are maintained? That for that, every muscle has muscle spindle. Skeletal muscle के अंदर में muscle spindles होते हैं. These are basically the capsular structures present in the muscle belly of this, and they are having the supply of gamma motor neurons. उनका gamma motor neuron का supply होता है. So muscle spindle and gamma motor neurons के discharge की वजह से जो हमारा जो है सो मसल में टोन रहता है, that is controlled by the discharge of the basal ganglia. उनको बेसल गैंग्लिया उनको कंट्रोल करके रखता है। इसीलिए कुछ ऐसे कंडीशंस होते हैं जिसमें बेसल गैंग्लिया के लीजन हो जाए तो उसमें मसल टोन जो है सो बढ़ जाता है। यानी बेसल गैंग्लिया क्या करता है, मसल टोन को रिड्यूस करके रखता है बाय इट्स इनहिबिटरी, मींस उसको इनहिबिट करके रखता है बेसल गैंग्लिया। और जब भी बेसल गैंग्लिया का लीजन होता है तो हमारा मसल जो है सो रिजिड हो जाता है। So that rigidity is the one of the sign of the disorder of basal ganglia. Fourth activity is the control of reflex muscular activity. The output discharge of basal ganglia, again they have the inhibitory effect on the spinal reflexes, and thus they regulate the activity of muscles which maintain the posture. Means posture को manage करने में भी basal ganglia help करता है। So जिन लोगों को basal ganglia का lesion होता है वो लोग अपने अपराइट पोस्चर में मेंटेन नहीं कर पाते। सो देयर इज डिफिकल्टी ऑफ मेंटेनिंग द पेशेंट्स इन द अपराइट पोस्चर। सो दीज आर द फ्यू इंट्रोडक्शन अबाउट द बेसल गैंग्लिया। आई टोल्ड यू अबाउट द कंपोनेंट्स एंड हाउ दे आर कनेक्टेड विद द cerebrum and the thalamus, and then the functions about it. Then other than that, there is some role of the cerebellum we should also know. The cerebellum is what? Cerebellum is anatomically located. It is also called as hindbrain. You know, it is also called as little brain. छोटा brain कहा जाता है. You can see this is the cerebellum as compared to the cerebrum. You see this is the very big cerebrum and very small cerebellum in it. So this cerebellum you can see this is the cerebellum. उसके अंदर भी cortex and white matter as well as white and gray matter. But one typical structure of that, they are like the leaves. ये फोलिया leaves के तरह दिख रहे हैं. You can see. So these are the foliated structure of the cerebellum. You can see these type of the structure of the cerebellum. जैसे लगता है कि पत्ते हैं. And this is the cross section of the cerebellum. You will read more details about the cerebellar structures. But the major things that cerebellum are having anterior lobe, posterior lobe, and there is one important another rudimentary part is called as the flocculonodular lobe. Although it has a very important role, सभी के अपने अपने फंक्शन है। सेरेबेलम को यदि हम इस तरह से देखें, यदि एक क्रॉस सेक्शनल व्यू से देखा जाए तो सेरेबेलम के ये जो इसको इस तरह से डिवाइड किया गया, एक सेंट्रल एरिया है दैट इज कॉल्ड द वर्मिस, दिस इज कॉल्ड द वर्मिस सेंट्रल एरिया। देन उसके बाद जो दोनों साइड जो लीव्स लाइक स्ट्रक्चर है इट इज कॉल्ड द लैटरल जोन, and in between the vermis or in between that is called as the intermediate zone. So cerebellum को तीन जोन में डिवाइड किए गए हैं एंड जो लास्ट जो नीचे वाला जो पोर्शन है you can see here it is called as the flocculonodular lobe. तो cerebellum में ये flocculonodular lobe, flocculonodular lobe is called as the vestibular. यहाँ पे बैलेंस का रोल है, सभी के अपने अपने फंक्शन है। यदि हम फंक्शनल how they function or how they are connected with the cerebral cortex, you can see there so many tracks are there. Superior are itself having the connections from the various portions of the brain. You can notice here the various connections are there with the help of the various peduncles. That is called the middle cerebellar, superior cerebellar and inferior cerebellar peduncles. Means इनके तीन अलग अलग गठरियां हैं, मतलब गठरियां जिनके नर्व फाइबर्स के गट्ठे हैं जो कि इन सेरेबेलम के कनेक्शंस को जोड़ के रखते हैं। You can see here the superior cerebellar peduncles, middle cerebellar peduncle and inferior. इनके अंदर various tracks are entering. You can see the some track from the higher center and there are many tracks from the lower central, like the spinocerebellar, dorsal and ventral spinocerebellar, जो कि हमारे spinal cord से track आ रहे हैं। And इनके अलावे there are some of other and the in front जो middle cerebellar है वो अपने इस लेवल के एरिया से, जो superior cerebellar है वो ऊपर superior level से. So the cerebellum has the connections from the different portions of the cerebral cortex, different portions of the central nervous system. And cerebellum is also having the similar map of body in the same like the cerebrum. Cerebellum के अंदर भी similar mapping है. And inside the cerebellum itself there are so many layers. There again it has the 6-layer structure, and उनके भी layers में other molecular layer, Purkinje cell layer, उनके अलग-अलग deep nuclei present होते हैं. There are 4 pairs of deep nuclei are present in the cerebellum. इनके भी अपने-अपने नाम हैं, globose, So there are different nuclei are there. There are different sets of the fibers, climbing fiber, mossy fiber. These fibers are there. So they are having the different set of the different structure all together of the cerebellum. I am not going into much details right now. We will discuss. I told you earlier that 3-4 lectures will be taken for the cerebellum. But functional part से यदि हम देखें सिर्फ मोटा-मोटा function देखने के लिए तो cerebellum is divided into 3 divisions: vestibulocerebellum, spinocerebellum and corticocerebellum. और इनके functions मैंने tabulate किए हैं. Vestibulocerebellum का main function है regulation of posture and equilibrium, and second function is the coordination of head, eye, head and neck movements. So this is basically about the balance and equilibrium. So vestibulocerebellum का काम है हमारा vestibular apparatus से connection बना के रखना, vestibular apparatus that is present in the middle ear, as well as there is the vestibular nuclei. Vestibular nuclei is present where? In the brain stem. Brain stem में हमारे pons में vestibular nuclei है. So vestibular nuclei के pons से as well as the vestibular apparatus which are present in the inner ear. I told you it should be inner ear. So inner ear में जो भी vestibular apparatus के जो component हैं उनके साथ इसका connection बना के रखना, and regulation of the posture, equilibrium and coordination of head, eye, head and neck movement. Eye movement का क्या है? यदि if anybody has a problem in eye movement, so then that is called as the nystagmus. You must be known. तो cerebellum के disorder में nystagmus हो जाता है. Other than that, there is a second portion of the cerebellum or second functional division of cerebellum is called as the spinocerebellum. Spinocerebellum का role है regulation of muscle tone. Regulation of muscle tone. So spinocerebellum means हमारे cerebellum का वो component जो कि spinal cord से connection बना के रखा है. Means ये lower function means muscle के related काम. What is the muscle related? Means muscle का tone को maintain रखना, regulation of the posture, क्योंकि muscle tone यदि maintain रहेगा तो हमारा एक posture में हम अपने आप को रख सकते हैं. Then role in the classical conditioning involving skeletal muscle means skeletal muscle के conditioning means basically ये हमारा reflective actions है जो कि how they are acting. So that we will also discuss in the more details about the conditioning. What is that? Then third important portion of the cerebellum is called as the corticocerebellum, and this cerebellum, this role is having this cerebellum has its role in the planning and programming of the coordinated movement by two important functions. One function is called the damping action, that is anticipatory control of the movement. Damping means उसको low करना, जो एक्शन हम करना चाहते हैं उसमें ब्रेक लगाना. उसको जैसे मान लो हमको यदि कहीं जाना है, कहीं पैर बढ़ाना है तो हम उतना ही स्पीड से बढ़ाएं. यदि ज्यादा तेजी से यानी झटके से पैर बढ़ा दिए, यदि मोटर सिग्नल यदि पूरा तेजी से आ गया कि जल्दी जाना, सो ऐसा नहीं कि वो गिर जाए. सो दैट एक्शन शुड बी इन ए कंट्रोल. सो उसको मेंटेन करता है. सिमिलरली सेकंड थिंग इज यदि कोई एक्शन चल रहा है उसको कंपैरिजन करना कि इज दिस द इंटेंडेड एक्शन, क्या यही इंटेंडेड एक्शन था. दैट इज कॉल्ड द कंपैरिजन. एंड सर्वो इज टू द कंट्रोल, यानी उसको इनहिबिट करना. सो कंपैरेटर एंड सर्वो एक्शन, these all things we will discuss again when we will discuss in the individual functions of the cerebellum. You know how cerebellum control the planning and programming of the coordinated movement. Then cerebellum is also having the role of the cognition of the movement के cognition का, as well as the predictive role of the movement के predictive role. So these are the basically the roles of cerebellum. Basically कैसे कैसे करते हैं, these are the all details, how they are intimately associated with the control of the timing, rate, range, duration, direction and strength of movement. Comparator action receive input from the command neuron about the sequential intended plan of the movement from the next fraction. I'm leaving these things. We will discuss these all topics in detail when there is the class of cerebellum. So these are the basically. And the third important thing that we have already discussed in our descending motor pathway means the role of brain stem in the motor control. So brain stem के different nuclei होते हैं, red nuclei, superior collicular area में हमारा tectum of the midbrain, then lateral and medial vestibular nuclei and lateral and medial reticular formation. These are also important components of the motor system control system. यदि हम brain stem के divisions को देखें तो this is the basically you can see the area of the brain stem. This is basically the midbrain, then there is the pons and the medulla. So the pons and mid इनके अंदर जो है सो डिफरेंट न्यूक्लियाई है, हमारा टेक्टम है जो सुपीरियर कॉलिकुलस माउंट के पास है, देन रेड न्यूक्लियाई इज प्रेजेंट इन द मिडब्रेन, देन lateral and medial reticular formation, you can see the lateral and medial reticular formation and lateral and medial vestibular nuclei. So these are the various centers or the brain stem centers for motor control. Reticular formation, we have already discussed this. It is a relay station of all descending motor commands except those requiring the greatest precision, which are transferred directly from cortex to the spinal cord. या otherwise जितने भी descending motor commands हैं उनके ये क्या करते हैं, सभी motor commands को receive करते हैं and to the proximal and axial muscles of the body responsible for the normal posture and muscle tone. These neurons are prevented from firing too rapidly by inhibitory inputs derived from the cerebrum, from the basal ganglia and the cerebellar component. I have also shown you this flowchart. This is showing you the reticulospinal tract. It is having two facilitatory and inhibitory tracts. Facilitatory has itself the intrinsic discharge, which are collaterals, which receive collaterals from ascending pathway. Try to remember ascending pathway जो हम लोग spinothalamic as well as the dorsal column or the medial lemniscal pathway पढ़े थे, उसके अंदर there are few collaterals are going to the reticular formation. They also so they find basically they are having its own discharge and that causes the increase the muscle tone. The inhibitory are having no in own, but they receive the collaterals from the suppressor and facilitator area of basically the cortex, basal ganglia and cerebellum. Vestibular, they receive information from the vestibular receptors or vestibular apparatus by the 8th cranial nerve. Uska jo vestibulocochlear component hai, that is the vestibular nerve fibers, and they maintain the vestibular system reflexes and that maintain the tone in anti-gravity muscle and they coordinate the adjustments made by the limb and wrist. This is the vestibulospinal tract, adjustment of the tone of muscle in relation to head position, change in head position. So in the middle layer, we have, in the middle level, we have the various extra pyramidal tracts. उसके बारे में फिर से जब हम ब्रेन स्टेम की बात करेंगे, तो these are all the extra pyramidal. In next class, we will discuss about the lowest level of the motor control. Means motor control के lowest level क्या है? So that we will discuss in tomorrow session. आज के सेशन में हमने ये देखा कि what are the middle level में क्या हैं. Then we have seen about the basal ganglia के 5 components like we have namely caudate nucleus, putamen, then there is substantia nigra, then there is subthalamic nucleus and globus pallidus. इन 5 component को हमने देखा. Then after that I told you about what are their important functions of the basal ganglia. Then we discussed about the cerebellum and their main functions. Functionally, they are divided into vestibulocerebellum, spinocerebellum, and corticocerebellum. Vestibulocerebellum का main function था posture and equilibrium को maintain करना, and then they are controlling the movement of the head, eye, and neck movement, and then corticocerebellum, which are having its own role, and that is they are having the coordination and damping and the comparator servo mechanism, cognition. These are the roles of the corticocerebellum. And spinocerebellum हमारे skeletal muscle के tone को maintain रखता है, और the other roles of the that is about the skeletal posture को manage करने में help करता है. So then we finally discussed about the brain stem components, nuclei, and the various extra pyramidal tracts, how they maintain. कल के क्लास में हम लोग लोएस्ट लेवल ऑफ मोटर कंट्रोल के बारे में पढ़ेंगे, स्पाइनल कॉर्ड और उसके डिविजन्स. स्पाइनल कॉर्ड के अंदर मोटर पार्ट के बारे में पढ़ेंगे. अभी तक हमने स्पाइनल कॉर्ड में जितना डिटेल पढ़ा था, that is that we have discussed about the sensory, and also we have discussed some part of the motor, but next class we will discuss about the lowest level of motor control by the nuclear final common pathway. जो हमने सोमैटिक मोटर सिस्टम में कहा था कि जो फाइनल कॉमन पाथवे यहाँ से नीचे ये वाला कंपोनेंट हम लोग कल पढ़ेंगे. सो दैट इज बेसिकली द मोटर पाथवे ऑफ द स्पाइनल. अब आप लोगों को मैं बोलने के लिए इजाजत देता हूँ. आप लोग को काफी क्वेश्चन पूछना होगा. मैंने बहुत तेजी में आज भगाया है, तो आप लोगों को आज बहुत कुछ पूछना होगा. टीवी बंद कर लें आप लोग, टीवी की आवाज म्यूट कर लें. आप लोग पूछो मेरे से आज क्वेश्चन. मैं थोड़ी देर 5-10 मिनट एक्स्ट्रा बैठा हूँ. आप लोग पूछो. You can ask questions. कुछ आपको यदि समझने में अभी दिक्कत आ रही है तो. दो बजे नवाज सर का क्लास है. 2 PM नवाज सर का क्लास है, तो मैं वो लगा दूंगा आप लोगों को, शेड्यूल लगा दूंगा. 2 बजे आधे घंटे का 40 मिनट का करीब है. ओके, बेस्ट ऑफ लक आप लोग. नाउ आई एम लीविंग. थैंक यू फॉर अटेंडिंग द क्लास.
थैंक यू सर.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
कौन खांसी कर रहा है? हैं? थोड़ा गर्म पानी पियो, थोड़ा सा. थोड़ा गर्म. कौन खांसी कर रहा है? थोड़ा गर्म पानी पियो, गले को गार्गिल करो. गार्गिल करो गले. हाँ, ओके, बाय. देवव्रत.